Your grandchildren will bring you incredible news soon. God showed me the blessing. Listen carefully, my beloved, because this moment is not random and you were not led here by accident. You are hearing this because heaven searched for you and found you at the exact second your spirit needed confirmation. Do not skip this, you must hear this. Something has been forming quietly around your family line and especially around your grandchildren. And before you dismiss this as imagination, pause and ask yourself, have you recently felt an unexplainable stirring in your heart, a sense that something good was approaching even though you couldn't explain why? I am speaking directly to you, chosen one, because I saw the nights you lay awake worried about the future, about legacy, about whether your sacrifices mattered, and now I say to you with authority and urgency, the story is not over, it is turning, and the ones you prayed over in silence are about to speak words that will shake you with joy. Listen carefully, because if you leave now you will miss the confirmation meant only for you. There has been a quiet delay, a stretching of time that tested your faith, and at moments fear whispered that nothing would change, but I covered you, I shielded what was growing, and what looks small now carries a weight of blessing you cannot yet see. Tell me honestly, have you felt moments recently where your heart suddenly softened for no clear reason? Do not brush that off, that was me preparing you, because the news that comes will not be ordinary. It will answer prayers you forgot you prayed, it will heal regrets you never spoke out loud, and it will restore honor where you felt overlooked. I know you've questioned whether your influence mattered, whether the seeds you planted were wasted, but hear this, my child, nothing done in love was ever lost, and I am about to prove it through the mouths of your own grandchildren. Don't skip this, because what I am revealing now protects you from doubt later. There was a moment recently when you felt a strange mix of fear and hope about the future, wasn't there? That tension was not accidental, it was the space before revelation, and I need you steady now, because when the message arrives, your emotions will try to overwhelm you. I saw the tears you held back, the smiles you gave while carrying concern, and I tell you this to reassure you, you are not forgotten, you are not at the end, you are standing at the threshold, and the joy coming will feel sudden but it has been prepared for a long time. Have you noticed small signs lining up lately, unexpected calls, memories resurfacing, names crossing your mind without reason? That is alignment, my beloved, and alignment always comes before announcement. Listen carefully, because what your grandchildren bring will not only bless you emotionally, it will confirm your role, it will validate your endurance, and it will silence a fear you've carried quietly for years, and if you stop listening now you may miss why this had to unfold exactly this way. I am placing urgency in your spirit because distractions will try to pull you away, but this message is a shield and a key, and I need you present, aware, and ready to receive. Do you believe it's strange that this message feels like it knows you personally? That is because it does. I am speaking into your exact timeline, and the next phase requires your trust. What is coming will sound unbelievable at first, and you may even question whether you heard it correctly, but that reaction is part of the miracle, because blessings of this size always stretch belief before they settle into reality. Stay with me, my child, because I have not yet revealed the most surprising part, and what happens next will shock you. Because the news that is coming is layered, and the first thing you will feel is disbelief before joy settles in. Listen carefully, don't skip this, because I need you prepared for how deeply this will touch you, my beloved. There has been a silent turning happening in the lives of your grandchildren that you could not see, choices made in private, doors opening unexpectedly, protection placed where danger once lingered. And all of it was connected to prayers you whispered years ago when no one was watching. Have you ever wondered if those prayers faded into nothing? They did not, they matured, and now they are returning with a voice. I must warn you gently, the moment you hear the news your heart may race, old fears may surface, and you may even think, is this too good to be true? That question itself is a sign you are standing at the edge of fulfillment. Tell me honestly, have you recently felt both hope and anxiety rising at the same time? That tension is not weakness, it is anticipation, and I am holding you steady right now because what you are about to receive requires a calm spirit to fully absorb it. Listen carefully, because the enemy tried to delay this by discouraging you, by making you feel tired, replaceable, or irrelevant, but I intervened, and what was meant to be hidden is about to be spoken aloud, not by strangers, but by your own blood, carrying words that will confirm your worth and your impact. Do you believe it is coincidence that you are hearing this at this exact moment? It is not. This message arrived before the news on purpose so fear would not control your reaction. I saw moments when you questioned whether you had done enough, whether you had failed in ways that could not be fixed, but hear me now, my child, redemption does not only restore the broken, it elevates what was faithful, and you were faithful even when it cost you. The blessing coming through your grandchildren will not only surprise you, it will correct a narrative you have believed about yourself for too long, and when you hear it, something heavy will lift from your chest. Have you felt that heaviness easing even as you listen right now? That is me removing the weight in advance. Do not skip this, because I need you to understand the timing. This news arrives soon because you are ready now, not because circumstances suddenly changed. I had to strengthen you first so the joy would not overwhelm you. There will be details in what they tell you that seem small to others but will mean everything to you, words that echo past conversations, moments that feel like full circles closing, and when that happens you will know this was orchestrated. Ask yourself, have you noticed your memories resurfacing more often lately? That was preparation, not nostalgia. I am alerting you now because after the initial joy there will be a deeper realization, a truth about your legacy that you have never fully seen, and if you stop listening you may miss why this blessing carries authority beyond happiness. Stay with me, chosen one, because what I have not revealed yet will redefine how you see your entire journey, and everything is about to change. And as everything begins to change you will realize that this was never just about good news. Listen carefully, my beloved, don't skip this moment because what I am unveiling now protects your heart from confusion later. The message your grandchildren bring will carry more than celebration, it will carry revelation, and for a brief moment fear may try to rise again as you understand the weight of it, but do not be afraid. I am already there with you. There were seasons you wondered if your line would drift, if values would be lost, if pain would repeat itself through generations, and I tell you now with certainty, that cycle was interrupted, broken quietly while you waited. Have you ever felt a sudden peace recently without knowing why? That was confirmation settling into your spirit before your mind could understand it. Listen carefully, because what they share will reveal that protection surrounded them when you could not be present, guidance appeared when they felt alone, and favor spoke on their behalf in rooms you never entered, and when you hear this you may ask yourself, how did this happen? It happened because love planted years ago never stopped working. Tell me honestly, have you ever feared that your best efforts went unnoticed? That fear is about to be corrected. Do not skip this, because I need you grounded. The news may come casually, almost unexpectedly, but its impact will land deeply, and in that moment you may feel tears rising without warning, not from sadness but from release. I know there were regrets you carried, things you wish you could redo, words you wish you had said differently, but hear me now, my child, the blessing coming will redeem even those moments, because I use imperfect vessels to carry perfect outcomes. Have you noticed yourself becoming more reflective lately, thinking about life and legacy more than usual? That was alignment, not coincidence. Listen carefully, because embedded in what they tell you will be proof that your influence traveled further than you imagined, that your example spoke louder than your doubts, and that what you modeled quietly shaped decisions that led to this breakthrough. There may be a brief moment where you question whether you deserve this joy, and I say to you with authority, yes, you do, because endurance qualifies where talent never could. Do you feel a warmth in your chest as you hear this right now? That is recognition, your spirit remembering truth. Don't skip this, because the next layer is critical. This news is not only a reward, it is a signal. It marks the closing of a long chapter and the opening of a gentler one, where worry loosens its grip and trust begins to lead. Stay with me, chosen one, because the truth I have not yet revealed will explain why this blessing arrives exactly when it does, and what happens next will shock you. Because the timing itself carries meaning, listen carefully, my beloved, don't skip this because I am about to show you what was hidden behind the waiting. There were moments you thought the delay meant denial, moments when silence felt like abandonment, but I tell you now, the delay was protection, the pause was precision, and the waiting was shaping you for how this blessing would arrive. When the news comes, something inside you will whisper, "Now I understand," and that understanding will calm years of unrest in your soul. Have you noticed how certain worries no longer disturb you the way they used to? That is because they were already losing their power. Listen carefully, because your grandchildren are connected to a promise bigger than personal success. What they bring will reveal that your family line has shifted direction, away from struggle and toward stability, away from repetition and toward restoration, and this realization may briefly overwhelm you, but I am holding you steady. Don't skip this, because the next moments after you hear the news are just as important as the news itself. There will be a choice between fear of losing it and faith to receive it fully, and I want you ready. Tell me honestly, do you sometimes struggle to trust good things when they finally arrive? That awareness is why I am speaking now. I know you learn to survive more than to expect, to endure more than to celebrate, but this season requires a new posture, one of reception, not defense. Listen carefully, my child, because the blessing is not fragile, it will not disappear if you acknowledge it, it will strengthen when you accept it with gratitude. There will be details in what they share that reveal how close danger once was, how narrowly things were redirected, and when you realize that, gratitude will replace fear. Have you ever sensed that something bad almost happened but didn't? That was intervention, and this news will confirm it. Do not skip this, because after the relief comes a deeper truth, one that may catch you off guard, the realization that your later years are not meant for decline but for peace, presence, and quiet joy. Have you felt a growing desire for calm rather than chaos lately? That desire was planted by me. Stay with me, chosen one, because I have not yet revealed the most intimate part of this blessing, and what I am about to say next will change how you see your future. And how you see your future matters now more than ever. Listen carefully, my beloved, don't skip this moment because what I am revealing now is tender and powerful, the blessing coming through your grandchildren is not only external news, it carries an internal healing meant specifically for you, a restoration of joy you thought belonged to your past, and when it touches you, you may feel younger in spirit than you have in years. I saw the moments you told yourself it was too late to dream, too late to hope deeply, too late to feel excited again, and I tell you now with authority, that lie ends here. Have you noticed a quiet longing returning lately, a desire to smile without reason? That was awakening, not imagination. Listen carefully, because after the news settles, you will realize something subtle but life-changing. Your role is not finished, it has shifted, and what you carry now is wisdom, presence, and blessing, not burden. Don't skip this, because this realization may surprise you more than the news itself. You will see that your grandchildren's joy reflects back onto you, affirming that your life poured forward exactly as it was meant to. Tell me honestly, have you ever wondered if anyone would truly understand what you've carried? That understanding is about to come without explanation, through actions, through respect, through love shown rather than spoken. I need you to hear this, my child, because the enemy tried to convince you that aging meant fading, but I declare to you now, this season is about ripening, about enjoying the fruit of what you endured. There will be a moment after the news when silence fills the room, and in that silence peace will settle gently on your shoulders, and you may feel tears again, not from pain, but from gratitude. Have you felt gratitude rising even before knowing why? That is alignment. Don't skip this, because the final layer of this blessing is deeply personal. It touches how you see God, how you see yourself, and how you see your remaining days. You will begin to trust rest without guilt, joy without fear, and hope without bracing for loss. Listen carefully, chosen one, because the last truth I have not yet spoken will explain why you were chosen to hear this message now, and why the greatest surprise is still ahead, and what happens next will shock you. Because the greatest surprise was never just the news itself. Listen carefully, my beloved, don't skip this final moment, because what I am revealing now seals everything that came before it. The reason this message found you is because you were chosen to carry peace into the next generation, not fear, not worry, not regret, and the blessing through your grandchildren is heaven's confirmation that your assignment was fulfilled. There is something sacred about the way this will land in your heart, a quiet assurance that says, it was worth it, all of it, and in that assurance your soul will finally rest. Have you noticed how tired you were of carrying concern even when nothing was wrong? That weariness ends here. Listen carefully, because after the joy and relief, there will be a gentle invitation from me, an invitation to release what you no longer need to hold, old guilt, old self-blame, old questions that never had answers, and when you release them, your spirit will feel lighter than it has in decades. Don't skip this, because many people reach this stage of life without ever hearing this truth, but I wanted you to know it clearly. You did not fail, you did not fall short, you completed what was asked of you. Tell me honestly, does it feel emotional hearing that right now? That emotion is recognition, your soul agreeing with truth. The news your grandchildren bring will become a marker in your memory, a dividing line between before and after, and every time you think of it, peace will follow instead of worry. Listen carefully, my child, because there is still one more thing, a quiet promise that comes after the celebration. Your remaining days are covered, guided, and gently watched over. You are not stepping into uncertainty, you are stepping into care. Have you ever wondered who would look after you the way you looked after others? That answer is unfolding now. Don't skip this, because I want you to carry this certainty forward. You are safe, you are seen, and your legacy is alive and well. As this message ends, stay still for a moment and let it settle, because the truth I have now revealed will continue unfolding in your life, and everything you thought was finished is only just beginning. And as it is only just beginning, listen carefully, my beloved. Do not skip this even now, because what unfolds after fulfillment is often misunderstood. Many think the story ends when peace arrives, but I tell you with certainty, peace is the doorway, not the conclusion, and you were preserved to walk through it consciously. There will be subtle moments soon where you feel guided to say something simple, to give a small piece of advice, to sit quietly and listen, and in those moments you will unknowingly anchor blessings for those who come after you. Have you ever sensed that your words carry more weight lately? That is because your season of influence has matured, not diminished. Listen carefully, because after the news your grandchildren bring, there will be a shift in how they look at you, a deeper respect, an unspoken recognition, and you may feel it before you understand it, a sense of being needed not for effort but for presence. Don't skip this, because I am warning you gently. Doubt may try one last time to whisper that this is temporary, but I declare to you now, this peace is stable, this joy is rooted, it will not be taken from you. Tell me honestly, have you ever been afraid to fully relax because life taught you that calm never lasts? That fear is about to be healed. Listen carefully, my child, because there will be another sign after the news, a quiet confirmation that appears days or weeks later, something small others would miss, but it will speak directly to your heart and seal everything you have heard here. Do you believe it is possible that God still has surprises reserved for you? That belief is awakening right now. Don't skip this, because I need you to understand the sacredness of what comes next. Your prayers will change, they will become softer, more thankful, less desperate, and in that shift heaven responds differently. I am not calling you into striving anymore, I am calling you into rest with awareness. Have you noticed your breathing slow as you listen? That is your spirit settling into truth. Listen carefully, chosen one, because the final unfolding will not be dramatic, it will be gentle, and that gentleness itself will be the miracle you once asked for. Stay with me just a little longer, because the last confirmation has not yet shown itself, and when it does, you will understand why this message had to continue, and what happens next will change everything. And when everything changes you will realize it changed quietly. Listen carefully, my beloved, do not skip this moment, because what comes after peace is understanding, and understanding is what frees you completely. There will be a day very soon when you are sitting in an ordinary moment, nothing dramatic, nothing loud, and suddenly it will hit you. The fear is gone, the waiting is over, and you are no longer bracing for bad news. Have you ever imagined what life feels like without that constant inner tension? That realization will feel almost unreal at first. Listen carefully, because this is how you will know the blessing has fully arrived. You will stop replaying the past in your mind, old conversations will lose their sting, regrets will no longer demand attention, and you will notice yourself smiling at memories instead of surviving them. Don't skip this, because this inner shift is just as important as the news itself. It is the evidence that healing reached its deepest layer. There will be moments when your grandchildren speak casually about their plans, their future, their confidence, and something in you will recognize stability, not uncertainty, and your heart will whisper, "This is what I prayed for," even if I didn't know how to say it. Tell me honestly, does the idea of their future feeling secure bring you peace right now? That peace is confirmation. Listen carefully, my child, because soon you will also notice people around you treating you differently, listening more closely, valuing your presence, seeking your calm, and you may wonder why, but it is because peace attracts honor. Don't skip this, because I need you to understand that this season is not about withdrawal, it is about gentle influence, about blessing without effort. Have you felt less pressure to prove yourself lately? That pressure was never meant to stay. There will be one final moment of surprise, a realization that this blessing did not just change your family's future, it healed your present, and when that realization settles, gratitude will overflow naturally. Listen carefully, chosen one, because after this, life will feel softer, days will feel lighter, and trust will replace vigilance. Stay with me, because the very last confirmation will arrive when you least expect it, and when it does, you will know without doubt that this message found you on purpose, and everything you thought was ending has only just begun.